Yeah, so for those who are watching, we just want to encourage you and support
Sorry.
you. For those who are watching, the time is going, man. And I'll be serious. Yeah, we're back, baby. Card Chat season number 4. Yeah. Whom start you?
Hi guys, my name is Ronel. Hi, I'm Leonie.
It's your boy, really Samuel.
Ok, I'm Samuel Yang, les beaux gars de tous les beaux garçons, Metallica, papa, maman, ouais, moi c'est Matrices Focused.
It's your boy DJ Sky.
Yes, sir.
DJ in the world.
What's up, y'all? This is Bonnie Cash.
Boring.
Yours was wet.
All right. So today, the topic of discussion is why are you stuck in your comfort zone? And we have a few subtopics under, so we're going to start with why are you stuck in your comfort zone? What is the thing that keeps you in your comfort zone?
The word comfortable. It's nice.
Next start.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
It's nice, it's comfortable, it's soft.
I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You
know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's fun for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, if it was up to me, I would never get out.
Nothing catches you by surprise. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
catches you by surprise because you
already
know it's
know.
like playing on.
Hypocrite.
It's like playing on home ground.
But
you know where the grass is bouncy, where it's.
You're in a dangerous place. You're in a comfort zone.
Well, I mean, my comfort zone is I hate disappointment.
Yeah.
That one.
And I'll never be disappointed in my comfort zone because I'm comfortable. I don't like being told no. You know, I like everything to be soft. I like everything to be easy, you know.
I don't want your life.
Sky, what do you think?
But I feel like being in a comfort zone, it's cool and it's also uncool.
Why are you stuck in
Why
your
are you
comfort
stuck
zone?
in certain areas of your life? Why are you still stuck in your comfort zone?
Well, I guess it's to me it's more of like saving my reputation.
Okay.
No, I don't understand.
Well, it's more of saving my reputation because you get different type of people in this world.
Okay, Job, please,
Yeah.
wait. If you want to save, but là tu deviens hypocrite. Because you not
I see
explain
it.
yourself like everything you do.
Well, I'm not explaining myself everything I do because you can get a certain class of people that won't accept for who you are, but you want to be with them. What do you have to do? If you can't beat them, you join them. Simple.
Yeah, but that's what. Okay, so what Sky is saying is, he wants to keep his reputation, right? Now, when he's in his comfort zone, he knows what to do. He knows which button is where.
Yes.
So his reputation is never in danger. But now Sam is saying that's being a hypocrite because you're never free to express
what you
yourself
want to
fully
do. Okay.
because you're afraid of ruining your reputation.
I get it. Bonnie?
I like being in my comfort zone because I hate failing. You know, sometimes we should take risks. So yeah. So when I see that the risk is any risk, actually, I don't like failing. So I'm like, okay, let me not take it. Let me stay like this. So yeah, that's why sometimes I like being in my comfort zone.
So now, it leads to the next question of why do you keep screwing yourself over? So what are some of the habits that you have that leave you unsuccessful?
Let's start from the back.
Yeah, you guys.
I think I'm gonna start
Okay,
procrastination. You know when you have to do something, but you don't do it at the right time, or in fact you just don't do it. You leave it for later. Also with life and its surprises, what if you never get to see later? And then you go back to God and he's like, well, I gave you that talent. What did you do with that talent? Oh no, God, I left it for later. Well, I'll let you in heaven
I'll
later.
let you.
And I'll also like to go with like expectations too, because we as people, we always go into something not expecting failure. You go into something, like let's say you go in a business, you always expect to win. But in the world we live in now is full of surprise. You never know what you get to meet out there. Sometimes you don't know how people are gonna take your stuff. People can take your stuff differently, and then you ended up failing. Then you'll be like, I'm never gonna try this again.
Also, expectations leads to disappointment because you go in something thinking,
But
I got people there. People have my back. I'm gonna succeed and whatever. And you get there and it's not.
so that's how
that.
you screw yourself over by
having too much expectation,
okay.
even
And
in
stop
human
counting on
beings.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's important to have a plan B, or you should always like have a plan B or the plan A's.
Yeah, well, I feel like
Also, your answer to the question is sometimes you don't have plan Bs, so you fail because you had nothing to fall back on.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Bonnie, did you want to say something?
Laziness and lack of confidence.
That thing.
Confidence
Preach.
seems to be something that
Preach.
wakes up the people. So right now,
Moment of silence.
No, Bonnie, continue.
Yeah, because lack of confidence is really dangerous. Sometimes I used to, like, I can be dancing in front of a mirror, right? And I'm like, this is whack. And when I try it in front of people,
In front of me.
yeah. So like when I try in front of people and people like it, the confidence that I don't have when I'm dancing alone in front of a mirror can be dangerous, because what if I don't like it and I don't do it out there? Where it could possibly, be great. Where the things I don't like in private could possibly grow.
That has to do with being judged. Like, you're afraid to be judged by people.
so criticism, procrastination, laziness, lack of a backup plan, and expectations are what we've covered. So
Self-confidence also.
lack of self-confidence. Yeah. So those are the 6
Connor?
topics we've covered, and the reason why you keep screwing yourself over and over
Why do
again.
you keep screwing yourself up over?
I'm very fearful. Like, I don't like trying new things. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm fearful. That's why I keep screwing
Leontine?
myself over.
I don't like trying new things.
Why?
Because I don't like. First of all, it's difficult for me. Like, risk taking in me,
Not the same.
No.
It's okay.
So now I'm afraid now. Like, I put all my courage together and I take a risk and I try something new and then it's disappointing. I'm like, had I just done something I knew,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been in this position.
That's
So trying new things is very scary, and also self-confidence, because I'll do something, and she knows this. I'll do something, and I'm like, this is rubbish, and she's like, it really isn't. I'm like, no, it's rubbish. Nobody's ever gonna see this. Delete. Self-confidence and trying new
Yeah.
things. I don't like. Even like with food, we don't try new
We don't
food.
try
We've made
new
plans, but
So
we eat
so
the
you're
same
planning
thing.
for after the episode. So now the next thing that goes to is, why did you lose momentum on your way to achieving something? Like, what brought you
back.
to a stop?
When you don't see,
Results.
some people want to see results so quick, but when you're consistent, you always see results at the end. Some people want to see results so quick that, when you've been working out for 6 months and it's still not buff.
Just
Exactly.
say patience.
But then
What's it,
that's
wait
the problem today's time faces. Like, the kids of today's time, we want instant success, instant gratification. Like, if you see our parents and their stories, they'll tell you they've studied for years, they worked for years just to be where they are.
And self-discipline.
Exactly. But us today, we think being self-disciplined for 1 year or a couple of months, you're supposed to be Bill Gates tomorrow, or in 1 year. I mean, it happens for some people, but for the average person, it takes time. So I think what we need to do as today's generation, we need to understand that things take time, and it's okay for things to take time. Then you become consistent, like you said.
Yeah, I get that. But like with me, for example, what made me lose momentum is not like, that lack of patience. It's the fact that, like, say for example, we're all like doing the same thing, okay?
Yeah.
And we're all aiming for like the same goal, right? For example. And we all do the same thing. We all put in the same amount of work. But what made me lose momentum is, at the end, you're like, I put in the same amount of work as everybody else, or maybe even more, but I'm not getting the results that I should be getting.
But that's
That
where
brings us back to
stop comparing yourself to people comes in, because
No,
everybody.
with the people. Well, I get the comparison thing, but even if you remove the people, for example, from the equation, no matter how long it takes. Now, my thing is, when you evaluate the amount of work you put in, and like disregarding the time, just the amount of work you put in and the outcome, when they don't add up, you don't want to do it again.
That goes to what Bonnie said about results, right?
You want to see
Yeah.
results there.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see them instantly, but can the
your
results
efforts,
match with my efforts?
But
'Cause-
you remember, everyone is in their own lane.
no,
Right,
that's
right?
why I said, just even if you remove people from the equation, just me
Like
myself,
as an
individual,
that's how she loses
if I
momentum.
put in a lot of work
Okay.
and I put in effort, and then my results don't match up, like when somebody sees, they see results, but then when you hear them talk about the effort they think you put in, it's not even half of what you actually did put in.
So, what is the result that you're looking for? Is it money? Is it fame?
No. The
Is it
results should match the effort. You get me? Because now, the reason I lose momentum is because I put in, like, let's say I didn't sleep for like 3 days or something to like get something done, and then people see it, they're like, oh yeah, you got this done. Oh my god, it probably took you like 4 hours only. That annoys me, because I'm like, sorry, what do you mean? Because now I'm like, oh, if I don't sleep for 3 days and I get something done and they told me it looks like I only put in 4 hours of work, what's the point of doing it? What's the point of putting in that much effort next time? I might as well just put the 4 hours.
They're saying that because they don't really understand.
how
I'm
you work
talking
for
about
it.
editing in particular.
Yeah, I've seen it. And I
Leonie's
can't.
editing is time consuming. It's annoying to sit and watch her do it.
But when you guys watch it, you think it's.
And you guys-
It's nice.
you guys-
I was there the
It's
last
not
time.
only Leonie's editing.
No, but I'm using her
Even me,
as
when
an
I have to
example.
look on my stuff, people want to pay small money.
Yeah.
Things that I spend so much money on, like, what's going on?
When you tell them the price, they're like, oh, what's so much like this?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it that has nothing to do with people. I mean, your efforts and the results. I think it's just people not having knowledge of how
How
much
you do
work.
it.
Yeah.
But do you think it's important for people to know the effort you're putting in?
If you're
I
doing
think-
something that's out there,
Yeah,
it helps. Because, like, see, for example, with CEO, he can like design something and put in so much work into it, and then people don't put value to it. It's because his products are out there. He's making products for the people, and if the people don't like put respect on it, he's gonna get to a point where he's like, well,
So what must people say?
well, that depends. So now, in his case, if it's like putting the product out there, like it helps if somebody comes to you and actually acknowledges the effort that give credit where credit is due. As much as we say do things for yourself and don't rely on other people for your happiness, let's not lie, everybody needs credit.
Yeah.
When you do
Facts.
something, even if it's charity work, it helps for somebody to
It's
go
motivating.
like you can go donate stuff to an orphanage, but like if like the person that's in charge of the orphanage comes to you and goes, oh my god, thank you so much, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's not good to expect it, but when it does happen, it makes you feel good. Then you're like, oh my god, I actually like made a difference.
I get it.
Okay, next one.
No, the questions are done. So now,
Oh.
how can we improve as human beings so that maybe our kids, our nephews, our nieces, or those behind us do not fall in the same situations that we were in terms of lack of self-confidence? Because I'll tell you both now, if you really want to succeed in your life, you need to let go of the lack of risk-taking and the lack of self-confidence. Not just you guys, but us as well.
Yeah.
And we need to increase our self-discipline, and we need to drop our expectation in human beings.
Can I also
What
say,
can we do to make sure it doesn't happen to those that are coming after us?
I think it's important to have a strong support system. I think people go through stuff alone. Like you can have a potential risk in front of you and you don't share it with your friend, and when it's in front of you it seems like it's a big deal, but if you speak to somebody else about it, it's like, okay, you can try it in this angle, and you can come up with many other different
But to ask a question to that statement, that's a you thing then. You need to know how to communicate to your friend, because I can't smell what your issue is. You need to come to me, hey Rudy, I'm struggling with this risk, I need to take it. What do you say? Because if you're quiet, how can I help you?
But you also need a good support system, because as much as you communicate, if they're not
some
good,
people are just
obvious,
not clocking that there's a problem.
I don't know
Okay.
what you must do.
Okay, so talking about the issue that you're going through, what else can we do to succeed?
I think if... Oh, no, you can go. with the thing of how do we make sure like the people behind us don't, tell them that as much as you aim for success, don't disregard the potential of failure. Don't. Because if you completely disregard it, then when it happens, you're gonna be like shocked, or it's gonna put you off. Aim for success, yes, we always aim for success, but don't feel like because you're aiming for success you should never fail.
Guys.
This thing of you must never
realistic.
fail.
And knowledge is very important. Like people, you need to read, you need to research.
You need to know what you're going into.
You need
for
to.
sure.
One thing that I've always wanted to put key on is sacrifice. Nobody wants to take sacrifices and then they just want to see the results. It takes sacrifices. You don't need to sleep every night in order to see good results in whatever you are doing, whether you're a businessman, whether you what. You need to think, because I feel like better time to think is at night, where there's no noise, nobody's doing anything, nobody's is there to disturb you. You think about how the day went, you think about how tomorrow is gonna be, even though there's a lot of surprises that you can see tomorrow, but you still think of the day. You always think of having a comeback at everything. And your comeback should be strong.
I want to add, never giving up to that, because in life you're always gonna get told no. You're always gonna get told you're not good enough or you're not the one. But then if you feel it in your heart, because each of us have a certain conviction about what we love. If you really feel it in your heart, and because we're all Christians here, we pray and we ask God for guidance and stuff. Maybe that no is just for you to go back to the drawing board, see what you can tweak here and there, and then you come back and then you push, and then eventually
They know hurts, It's really hurts.
You gotta get yourself
Like
together.
for example, I had a gig where I played. I thought I played well. Like I thought I really played well, but the person that booked me was like, "You sucked today." Like I felt it in my heart, because even though you don't like failure, if you feel if you feel that no in your heart, which means you need to improve. You need to go back and see where you made a mistake. You need to push hard.
Can I just say something with the whole with the whole even if people say no, but you have this feeling in your heart, blah 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 blah. I feel like people need discernment. Just because you feel something doesn't mean you have to act on the feeling. You need to be able to like she can start something and everybody's just saying no, but now she's still pursuing it because I have this feeling in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to do. But she just lacks discernment, and that really isn't what she's supposed to do. Now you go around saying, oh my God, I have so much haters. That time people are trying to tell you that this isn't.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign for you to go.
Like you need to be able to discern between you just need to be able to discern between a fleeting feeling, an emotion, or like something that you actually have a strong conviction for or about.
Guys,
You need to leave your ears out there to listen to people also. Like if someone comes with a negative thought in you, just put it into consideration, because you might never know what you're gonna see, you're gonna meet out there in the world out there.
Samuel, thanks.
Okay, guys.
We're crying.
Wait. I'll tell you something about Rams. Rams, what about Rams? Rams, when he's talking to you, you think like he's jealous of you, but he's trying to help you to grow. Like he's gonna try everything like to help you. Like there's,
No, sometimes.
but don't have a big head.
Those who are watching and stuff, you just want to encourage you to keep pushing and to keep fighting and know what you're into and know what you're doing. And yeah, don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe.